Not sure what knife I'm going to use yet. I might use the sharp knife from Jason.
You want to cut through it? You want to cut through it?
Cut through
the knife
what?
or the book?
In the throat?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And you can't only pages because
Okay.
closer to the amount of pages wins.
Okay.
See?
All right. It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good one. Okay. Warm up. Oh,
I didn't have any actually live.
huh?
I didn't see him go live.
I'm live. Oh. You gotta stay out of the way.
Hector Danley, 17, said, "What's up, Danger?"
What's up, dude? So, excuse me. Generally we go live. Well, we were doing a live every Thursday at 6 p.m. We're gonna try to get back on that schedule. Is that side door open, babe? We prop open the side door. The weather's getting nice. I need to have my garage door open to have good internet connection. What else were we gonna say? Oh, other thing. I don't have microphones right now. I have brand new ones. Another 15, 20 minutes. We'll be mic'd up like we normally are, and I'll be able to answer any and all questions that you guys have. But I do have Alicia out here with me today, and any questions you have, comments, negative comments, talk about my game throwing style. She'll read them all and then filter the smart ones back to me. Stay tuned to the end of the video for a giveaway. It's been a long time since we've done a giveaway, and I want to show my appreciation to my subscribers. I have not thrown today. A little sore, but yeah, let's just go ahead and let's get warmed up. Yep. Oh, that's what warm-ups are for. Now you gotta get back. Thought mom was taking you inside. Huh? Piece of shit knife. You bet. You back? You back? Not feeling too bad at the moment. Um, I actually did not throw yesterday. Maybe I threw a couple knives, but I didn't really have a session. But 2 nights ago, I came out and I picked up a set of knives that I hadn't thrown in quite a while, and I did not have a good session. I something was wrong with my throw, and I could not figure it out. And I probably should have changed styles or taken a break. I did not. I kept throwing, and the more I threw, the more frustrated I got because I was making simple, stupid mistakes, and I couldn't really figure out what I was doing wrong. And that really frustrated me. And I should have stopped throwing, but I did not because I'm stubborn. And um, you know, it's a bad thing to do because you don't want to get too many enforce too many bad habits. So tonight I'm already throwing a little better, feels better.
Reese B Craft is on.
Who?
Reese B Craft.
Oh, Reese, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
In, please.
Oh yeah. Come
Yeah. If you stick around, whoever's watching, if you stick around to the end of the video, toward the 50-minute mark, whatever, 45, 50 minutes, we'll be doing a giveaway. And I'll explain more about that later, but it involves a 4,500 page catalog. And we'll be giving away a free throwing knife. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's good to be back. And hopefully, we'll be doing these every Thursday at 6 p.m. like we used to do um, from now on. Weather depending, because the garage door has to be open. And I have brand new mics. Um, I'm waiting for them to charge up a little bit more before we start using them. They let me know when another 15 minutes goes by.
Another 15. Okay.
Yeah. Start to get warm. The weather's getting nice. The throwing season is upon us. Changing my grip slightly, messing around with different things.
What up, Spencer?
Sure. Stick around to the end of the video. I'll be doing a giveaway.
So, question:
Hey, Danger, question. Would you consider TE Dojo knives, custom knives or gateway knives?
They're just they're not custom. They're not custom knives. Um, Especially because TY does not make them himself. Those are just production knives. They're well done, well made production knives. Gate no, no, those knives are in a different category. Gateway knives are anything that you get into that you buy to get yourself into the sport. I consider those high end production knives. I have a lot of Tactical Edge Dojo stuff, and it's very good for the price. I highly recommend them as a a beginner, first time buyer, or an expert. Um, yeah, they're excellent knives. And not only that, TY is a thrower, so we want to um, support thrower owned companies, regardless whether he makes them or not.
What up, Max Bender?
What's up, Christian?
He said, the guy that asked that XQ6K said, awesome that I made the right choice because my steel wolves arrived today.
Those are excellent, very good knives. Yeah, I consider those like an instinctive knife only. They're a little small to be a rotational knife, but you can throw them any way.
Perceptive knife crest. He said, I told you about ordering them yesterday. Haha. His thumb link is
Oh,
XQ6K.
yeah. Okay, man. Yeah. What is your name, by the way? I don't think I know your name. You're talking about on Instagram, right? Last night.
Mm.
Man, throwing hard feels good, looks good, but pulling them out, that can be taxing sometimes.
His name is Adam.
Adam, nice to meet you, Adam. I'm Brandon. Everybody calls me Danger. Do some underhand half spin. There we go.
Spencer said, pull out game strong. Oh,
Whoops, right in the old week.
goodness sakes, man. Man. Hey, Pollywog.
Yeah, so underhand throwing, regardless of whether it's no spin, half spin, or rotational, um, you hold on to it a split second too long, and the knife goes high, as you can see right there. Now I have a giant hole in the crotch.
Reese wants to know, when did you first get into knives?
Well, I've liked knives my whole life, but I got into throwing knives about 14 years ago. Well, I got into throwing knives in 2008, taught myself how to throw that summer, and then there was a large hiatus, and I didn't get back into it until 2012, I believe. So instead of saying I've been throwing since 2008, I say I've been throwing since 2012 or whatever. Yeah, for about 14 years.
Adam said, unfortunately, I can't throw the steel wolves today because it's snowing, but there's always another day.
Yeah, throwing in the snow sucks. You know, only because of any dropped knife, it gets wet or lost underneath the snow, or you're dealing with mud. Um, and maybe I'm thinking honestly, but throwing inside is probably not an option for you. I used to throw inside my living room, my hallway, my basement, the garage. All right, let's do some overhand half spin. All throwing from the blade. And this distance here, generally, will you prop that open with that weight? Generally, you know, following through is something that I preach all the time. Following through is one of the most important things with all knife throwing. But there are times that you don't need to follow through. You don't want to because of this distance here. My half spin, I can cancel half spin back to 30 feet easily by using my finger. So I have to stop my hand going forward. A proper follow through is all the way down and past. So I have to stop my arm to allow the knife time to turn over. For instance, if I follow through, the knife it almost does a no rotation or a quarter spin. So I have to stop to get it to turn over.
Um, quick question for you. It says, hey man, two quick questions. Any inexpensive blade you would recommend for practice, even if it's a repurposed hardware store? Steel bar and some good wrist exercise to work on the techniques.
Just honestly, dude, Amazon. Amazon is your best bet. I wish that the knives were available on Amazon back when I first started that are available today. Tactical Edge Dojo, JXE, JXO, and Cold Steel. Those are my top three. Throw Club's good as well. So Tactical Edge Dojo, and because like repurposed knives, you're going to be spending that kind of money anyway. But you know, this is a Milwaukee drywall knife. I got this at a hardware store for $20. Not the best knife design, but you can throw this all day. But if you're going to spend $20 on one knife, you might as well go and buy a set from Tactical Edge Dojo or JXE, JXO, or Throw Club. I think you get a set of 3 knives for $40, which is insane. And they're very, very good. I have a whole lot of Tactical Edge Dojo throwers over here. All of those over there. We got Steel Wolf. We got a bunch of different of their Bow Shuriken. Uh, I can't remember the name of this. We've got the Dart. We've got the Storm. This knife is sick, so sick. I've got some of their other stuff somewhere too. The Willow. Highly recommend these. They're kind of small, but these things are the shit. They're light. I like light and quick. Now, thicker, heavier knives are better for learning One, they don't ricochet so bad, and two, they're more stable in flight. So yeah, I recommend Tackless Dojo all day. I love TY. He's a really good dude. Hopefully one day soon I can, well, the next couple years, I'll be able to go visit him in China. As you can see, I'm stopping my follow through. Same thing with sidearm. I got to stop it.
Of all your throwers, what's your favorite design wise and what's your favorite throwing wise?
Well, obviously I'm very biased because I have my own designs. I have 6 or 7 of my own designs. So obviously the Danger Dashie. This one's in the 3/8 version. This one has the fuller on the spine. This one's made by Prince Steel Knives. Now, these are no longer available. We only made a certain amount of these, but you can get this replica right now on tactical or at delta2alpha.com. All of my designs are available on there, and every single knife that I design is on there, minus this one. Like you said, you can get this in 1/4 inch and 3/8, but you can't get the one that's made by Louis Prince. As a matter of fact, I have to check. I have to check the stock, but we may be out of those. You guys give me a second. I'll be right back, and we're going to hook up the new microphone that we have, and yeah, we'll get going.
I mean, not a lot, but it's been about 85.
That's not, no.
No, but we kind of hit and miss. This is range for charging. That's what we're.
I don't know if it's going to work since we've already started, though.
Oh,
But we can hope, I guess. Okay, mic check.
yeah, you have to step back so they can't.
Mic check. Mic check.
Mics.
I do it those fucking times.
I don't know. Are the mics working?
Check, check. Let's back this bad boy up a little bit.
Deb said sounds good.
Sounds good.
Both mics.
Awesome. Okay. All right. We're going to
Sweet.
throw a little distance now and we're warmed up.
Sweet. They said it's a good mic, so hopefully.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
Okay. Finally. Fuck.
Right.
So I never ask anyone for donations. You're welcome to do that. But the one thing that you can do is tap your screen. Double tap your screen if you see anything that you like. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell. I do live streams weekly. I'm here to teach you guys for free. There's no gatekeeping on my channel. I will teach you anything that I know for free.
And now that the weather's better, that we can have the door open, it'll be back to being.
Yeah, we'll be
regular.
doing these minimum once a week again.
Yeah.
Man.
And the mics. We'll put that in there. And those working.
Oh, feeling good. And people that are new watching, stick around to the end of the video. We'll be doing a giveaway. What I have here is a 4,500 page McAllister catalog. And all you have to do is guess how many pages you think I'm going to penetrate to, and you will win a free throwing knife.
Finally. Nice. Don't pick your guesses yet. I'll let you know when to pick your guess. He's going to throw a little bit more.
Yeah, the last, I don't know how, whenever 45 minutes is, 45, 50 minutes.
So in about 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes.
That's underhand no spin, by the way. A couple of those were sexy as fuck.
Okay, he said, aside from your designs, what are your favorites? I suppose I should have
Oh,
specified.
yeah, I guess I
Some.
didn't, I guess I didn't keep going. The Griffin. The Griffin is my all-time favorite knife of all time. This is the first custom professional throwing knife I ever bought. And I threw these for many, many years, won many tournaments and world championships with these. And then other than that, this is the famous Bullseye Seeker by Bill Page. You know, the Griffin and this knife are head and head together. Both my favorites. You can't buy these. There's only 2 people in the world that have this exact one. And I'm always constantly trying to buy the other set. But yeah. But with that being said, there is no magic throwing knife. There are some that are made better for certain tasks. Like you can go grab your wife's or your mom's or who's ever a kitchen knife and throw those any way that I'm throwing. It just may be more difficult because of how they're weighted, how they're balanced, what material they're made out of. If they're super thin, like a real steak knife, they're usually floppy, so they're more difficult to throw. But you can throw any knife, any way. You can throw tomahawks, no spin. They're not made for it. You can do it. They're not great, but you can do it.
One of the viewers said, can't buy them anymore, but can they be copied?
You can copy them. Yeah, you can copy anything. You can copy them. Now, if you copy them and start selling them, that's when we start to have a problem. If you want to be like the jerk Pakistani knife makers, they do it all the time. I had my Dashi design. I was so happy. Done a bunch of testing with it, and I posted a nice picture of it on my Instagram page. A few days later, a fucking asshole from Pakistan was trying to sell me my own fucking knife. So you can't stop anybody from copying your designs. You can't patent a shape. So it is what it is. Yeah, you can copy whatever you want as long as you're not selling it. But even then, I don't even care. If you want to copy this and sell it, go ahead. I don't care. The people that want to support me will buy my stuff.
And then someone said, yeah, just wondering, because I hear Bill Page made amazing knives and that Joe Dara makes some of his knives still. And he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. You'd have
And
to.
you can get the Griffins from Joe. You can, but you cannot get the Bullseye Seekers. That is the one design that no one else has copied. Joe makes a very close one. It's Joe's Mountain Man Bowie, I think he calls it. It's very, very similar. And actually, you know, Bill Page learned how to make knives from Joe Dara. So they constantly shared designs and whatnot. But as far as I know, Joe's never made an exact copy of the Bullseye Seeker. And if anybody was going to make one, I would like to have permission to do it. And I have asked Bill Page's predecessor, Scott Ertley. He's making several of Bill's old designs, but I've yet to see him make a Bullseye Seeker. And if he does, I want one, or I want permission to make it. So,
I did want to.
but I don't want to sell them. I just want to have another set to throw.
I did want to let you know that gentleman that asked that question. He did said that he didn't mean to sell them. It was, I mean,
Yeah,
if you, the
yeah,
man,
totally.
have a favorite
Yeah.
one, but there's only a few, but you want more, that you can copy
Yeah.
them. Exactly.
Sure.
He just that he wasn't trying to.
Yeah, I understand. Well, here's a great example. I have one of the other really famous Bill Page designs. This is called the card cutter.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, this is the card cutter. Sorry, I had a lapse of memory there. And I couldn't afford one of these at the time. So a friend had one, and he copied his and sent it to me for free. So I greatly appreciate that. This is cool to have, but it's never be as cool as the original Bill Page one, you know? It's a great mountain man Bowie. Okay, let's do some underhand one rotation. So underhand half rotation from the blade looks like this. Underhand one rotation. It's the exact same technique. You just put a little extra flick on it for one rotation. It's also an instinctive throw, so you can do it from wherever. A little more difficult than the half spin, but doable. And you can really get some distance by adding the extra half rotation. Now, having done that, let's try and do one rotation overhand using your finger. Now, since my finger, this is my natural position, it's center of the knife. Generally, you'd want it back here, but I can't grab hold of the knife properly to give it to cancel. You don't want to go backwards, but cancel. So I'm going to have to snap my wrist a lot because of how much canceling you can get from here. So it looks kind of strange, but I have to snap a lot because the knife is going so slow, rotating so slow. There's a good one. There we go.
What are your thoughts on spiked concrete chisels to learn on cheap? He said he thinks it was mentioned on Adam's channel, but
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, they're fine, dude. Anything, yeah, totally fine. Anything that's straight is perfect. Like a pencil, a chisel, a punches. You can go get a punch, a really nice punch at Ace Hardware for like $12. You don't even have to put a tip on them if you don't want to. I would recommend it, but a drift punch. I don't think I have any out here at the moment, but I have some somewhere. But yeah, anything that's straight is great. The only thing I don't really recommend is anything with a curve on it. Throwing knives are straight generally. Of course, you have stuff like the Cold Steel LaFontaine thrower, which it looks cool, and kukris are the shit for cutting and slashing, chopping. But as a throwing knife, it's not great. Of course, you can throw it, it's fine. But I do not recommend this blade shape for beginners because if you over rotate slightly, it hits, bounces off of here, and becomes a deadly weapon. It's very dangerous. I've had lots of very, very close calls.
have you ever calculated your mile per hour you throw?
I haven't myself, but there's ways of doing it, and radar guns don't work. They pick up tip speed, so they're calculating this instead of the whole mass going. So if you see someone posting videos of them throwing 100 miles an hour with a radar gun, it's wrong. It's just, you can't throw a knife that hard. I know you can throw a baseball that hard, but a friend of mine calculated all of the stuff, and he's done it over and over and over, and checks out mathematically wise. I'm only throwing about 42 miles an hour at my hardest.
Mm.
So
Jake's on, and I just no footer. I just read his comment. Said, "What if it curves to the left? Is that still viable?"
that's a wiener joke.
Yeah.
How do you know, Jake? Huh? I bet you've seen it up close, huh?
What's the minimum safety distance generally used?
Well, for other people, it's just like firearms. You don't want anybody in front of you or to the sides. Everybody needs to be behind you. But for learning, I never teach anybody closer than 10 feet. Of course, we throw at 2 meters or 7 feet for competition, and for stage acts. Generally, you see people throwing around another live person at 7 feet. Now, ricochets can happen. So that's why I always teach everybody at 10 feet first. So one rotation by the handle, 10 feet. And you just don't throw that hard. If you're throwing hard, it's more dangerous. And the safest way to teach someone is the bigger the target, the safer it is. The wicked ricochets happen on small targets because of that outer edge, especially with no spin. Rotational throwing is very predictable. No spin is the craziest. You cannot predict where a ricochet is going to go with no spin. And they come back sometimes just as hard as you threw them. So what I mean by that is right now I was lazy and I overlapped this target on top of my ones behind it. So there's a 5-inch lip all the way around this. It's very safe when you have a large surface area. So let me demonstrate a bad throw and you see the ricochet. I'll try to hit the outer edge. Oh, I'm trying. Oh, I touched the edge twice. Trying to do a bad throws is hard sometimes, especially when I'm trying to teach somebody. Hopefully the audio is still good. Using brand new mics. Again, this is our 5th set of microphones.
Yeah. It seems like it's good, but that gentleman asking questions, he said, "Thanks for answering. Actually learning something new here." Whoa,
Perfect example.
babe.
Perfect example right there. Now, there was a split second. I thought maybe I could catch this one, maybe, but
Let me get that knife.
yeah. Tap that screen. Almost died for you people. Excuse me.
Oh my. All right.
Case in point. Be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone over to no spin.
Hollywog said that was clip worthy.
Yeah, clip it. Let's just do some walkbacks, and you guys can kind of see the difference in my release point.
And the guy said I dodged his phone thinking it was coming at you.
Yeah. No, knife throwing is
You're right,
safe
Lex.
as you make it. There's examples. Just that was a perfect example, and I'm glad some of you saw that. So there's things that I just don't do when I have other people around or my dog. Like people freak out about my dog in a lot of my videos, but I'm just throwing normally. Like I've been doing this a really long time, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm a professional knife thrower, and I know the risks and when to do things, when not to do things. yeah, it's very safe sport, hobby, lifestyle, whatever. But there are risks, and that's why it's also fun. That's why BMX is fun, skateboarding, racing a car, skydiving. It's because there's a risk, but there's calculated risks.
What is the longest throw you have recorded?
Well, I had the record. I had the world record in competition for about 5 minutes back in 2016. Now, throwing at home is totally different than throwing at a competition where you have to make it count and you don't have infinite tries. But I think I have on film. I don't think I have any that are too crazy, but I have some from last summer where I'm throwing pretty consistently from 60 feet, and that's not a crazy distance. But I can throw. My world record was only 68 feet, but like I said, that was in competition. Um, but I don't think I have any crazy ones on camera.
I don't
I don't
think you
really.
do.
It's just not really my thing because you can,
No.
you can sit there all day and just chuck them and hope for the best.
He
But
said,
yeah, I had
holy shit, that's cool.
I had the world record for longest pinned can, which stick around and I'll show you one of those in a minute. And that one stood for a while. It was 33 feet. Wait, 32 feet. I don't even remember. 33. I don't know. 32 foot 6 inches or something like that. It got beat last summer,
Right.
and I plan on setting that one again.
So which one are you going to do first? Are you going to do your can trick and then do the book, or the book then your can trick?
We'll do the book. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I mean, you're
Okay.
sitting about 7, so we
Okay.
could
All
start
right.
doing.
Thanks for sticking around, everybody. This is a subscriber appreciation, and there's no way for me to check, but if you want to be involved and be qualified or whatever for the giveaway, I would like for you to subscribe. Of course, there's no way for me to really check that. Or maybe there is. I just don't really care. But here's what we're going to do. I hooked this up right before we started filming. And this is a 4,500 page catalog. And the pages are about Bible thick. I've heard. I've never read the Bible, so I don't know. But that's a thick book. Now, all you have to do is guess how many pages you think I can penetrate. Now, don't guess yet because we need to talk about what knife I'm going to use. And what knife I'm going to use is going to wildly change the performance in how deep I can get into this. And just for the record, now that I'm posting this and now that we're doing this, I know someone's going to copy me. And that's fine. It's the greatest form of flattery. But, I have all the good ideas.
Anyway, so while you're thinking about your guess, we're going to do it the same as I do
Yeah.
every other one. You get one guess.
One guess, closest to. If there is a tie, which I doubt there's going to be because there's 4,500 pages.
I'll do a throw
Yeah,
off with cards.
and I gotta do some. Okay, so, any of you that throw knives, I got a splinter, steel splinter. I have a new knife that Jason Johnson, pro knife thrower, sent me, and it's live edge, and I'm really leaning toward that one. But I don't want to damage the blade because if I miss,
Or you
the ricochet could hit my concrete.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe we'll save that one for another day. But before you guess, I need to figure out what knife I'm going to use because live edge and false edge, throwing knife edge are two very different things. And then let's say that we're only going to do throwing knife, false edge stuff because I do have some other live edge throwing knives, but the knife design changes that wildly as well because there's double-sided like a dagger, then they're single-sided, right? Now, you would think, in theory, double-edged daggers would penetrate better. And I happen to know, not from personal experience, but from Jason Johnson, he's done many tests with this, and a single-edged knife performs better. Now, we could get into the whole science of that, and that's something pretty cool. And I know Jason's not watching because he doesn't watch my shit, but maybe we can get him to revisit that or give his thoughts on why that is. Someone should do like a Mythbusters or some shit, that'd be cool. But let me
Your live edge, especially the saber tooth. Now I understand why you
saber tooth, that's a whole nother animal.
use that.
Saber tooth would
Yeah.
be a
The
beast.
Degenerate Outdoors said use
But-
the saber tooth.
Well, also live edge, I don't want to damage
Yeah,
it on the concrete.
So we do have Wi-Fi outside this
We
year.
do have, and
So
I will
that's
do
what I'm
this
saying.
again outside.
Right,
I will.
We might save
But right
those
now, I don't want to
for-
have to transport this
Right.
outside.
No, I'm saying we could use table that.
Okay, so, and by the way, since we're talking about it, this is the new prototype that Jason sent me recently, and it is badass, dude. Absolutely badass. Even has prototype written on it. This one actually says rectal use only, so just so you know, carbon fiber Kydex, pretty sick, but look at that. So if any of you guys know anything about knife making or Japanese swords, you'll know that that line right there is commonly referred to as the hamon line. And it is generally done using clay during the quenching process. Now, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, and I know this because I've seen Jason do it, but Jason gets this effect without using clay. No clay was used. He has gone so far into his metallurgy and quenching and heat treating that he's figured out how to make a hamon line. And isn't that absolutely beautiful, dude? This is one of the coolest things. And I wish my Crusader Bowie had that, because he figured out how to do that after we made the Crusader Bowie together. But yeah, man. Yeah, I highly recommend. I prefer the baby tooth over the saber tooth any day for many different reasons. EDC, everyday carry, much more comfortable and concealable. Thrower, much better thrower in my opinion, and it's easier to handle if you are going to use it as a real knife. Now, for a full-size fighting knife, the saber tooth, hands down, all day, and I can see people using that in Iran or Afghanistan or wherever we're starting wars today. But
He said he's waiting on a saber tooth and shadow boxer from Jason.
I don't know what the shadow boxer is. That's pretty. I haven't seen that one, or maybe I do. I don't know. But okay, man. I think I need something with some ass. Something that's really pointy. And since we're on the whole pro knife thrower kick, let's use a set of knives that no one else on the planet has. Let's use custom dashies. Now, why am I choosing this knife? Well, this knife is made the same way that he makes his saber tooths, but this one is wild. This one is the only one on the planet, and it has fuller all the way around on the belly and the spine. And this is the first throwing knife I've ever seen with a fuller in the handle. That's a Japanese kanji for dangerous, or Chinese kanji, I can't remember, one of those two, for dangerous right there. And it has a very aggressive point. This is 1095, and the hardness is up there to hold an edge. If you were to put an edge on this, it would hold an edge for a very long time. So I think I'm going to use this. It has some weight to it, and yeah. So I think this is our best bet right here. But just know, false edge all the way. There is no edge on this whatsoever. So we are relying on this aggressive point right here, and it's not a needle point by any means. But there we go. That's the knife we're going to use. I'm going to get a couple quick test throws in, but one guess per person. One guess per person. And give Alicia some time. She's going to have to write all these
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna tally while you're gonna do this, then I'm gonna scroll through and find the winner
Okay.
while you're doing your other
Yeah.
trick shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a trick shot after this and give Alicia some time to go back through. And you got a notepad and all that shit, Ben?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it, babe. And
Warm up a little
when I
bit.
say the one guess, I will go with your first guess. So if you put more than one, I will go with your first one.
Yeah, so think long and hard about your guess. And the knife that I'm going to be giving away, it's whatever I have stored. It's going to be one of my designs. I don't even know what I have. It's going to be probably some sort of Danger Dashy or the Apex or the Anti-Bowie. So it'll be one of those, and they're all good because I designed them. Man, I'm gonna have to make my own guess too. I'm gonna make my own guess after you guys. And by the way, this is pretty tight. It's not real loose. It's not, it's tighter here. Maybe I should have put one on top, but I wanted to be able to pull it in and out of there easily to count the pages. This is 4,500 pages. Feeling pretty good though. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we're we're getting some pretty decent penetration. I don't even know if it's gonna stick in the book. That would be cool,
Right.
but I don't know if it's gonna actually stick.
So we're just doing as many as it penetrates, even if it falls out.
Yeah, just
Okay.
one good solid hit,
'Kay.
and then we'll count.
Okay.
Yeah, if I have like a glancing shitty blow, we're not gonna count that one. But
Okay.
I want a direct hit.
Okay.
If I can get it to stick, that'd be sick.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Just want to make sure everybody's got ample time. Woo! All right, we had about an inch penetration in 2x6s. So feeling pretty good, feeling pretty strong. Throws are good. But expect to see this on some other live streamers video pretty soon.
Stop.
Pretty soon.
Stop.
It's hard to come up with your own ideas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dang, babe.
Oh yeah, baby. Get some penetration. Ooh, it's warm. Tip's warm. Penetrator. All right, has everybody got their answers in?
Yep.
All right. Marcus.
Marcus is watching.
What's up, dude?
All right, babe. So what is your guess?
My guess.
So I can write that
My
down.
guess. I'm going to take an educated guess because I can't read the pages, but 4,500 pages. I'm going to guess a quarter. So I'm going to guess 1,000 pages. I'm going to guess 1,000. That's my,
Okay.
actually, no, I'm going to go 969. 969 pages.
All right. We got yours down. I got everybody's.
If I get 12 pages, I'm going to be pissed.
So let's throw this and then.
And make sure it's nice and square in there.
And you showed everybody there's no marks in it already.
Yeah, it's brand new. Yeah,
Okay.
it's brand new. I don't cheat. I don't lie. If I say something, you can trust that. Okay.
All right. No more guesses. That's it.
I'm going to aim right at that number 3.
All right. Guessing is.
It says catalog 152. I'm going to back up. I want to be a bitch, throw from 10 feet.
Oh, do I need
I'm going to
to
step in there. We should be okay.
Okay.
Ricochets generally go left, but
yeah, I know.
yeah, just be careful.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You guys excited? Here we go. Ah!
Shit. Let me get it.
Oh,
You got it.
I did.
Yeah, you got it.
That was a bad throw, but we got to count it.
You got to count it.
Dude, I thought that
Yeah. Yeah, you got to count
I
it.
over rotated some. It wasn't as straight as I turned my wrist slightly because I was throwing as hard as I could.
Well, this is only our first time too, so.
Oh, not nearly as many as I thought.
Well, you got
Oh, I'm a pussy.
a weird shot on
Oh,
it.
it went in there good. Oh, it went way deeper than I thought. Oh, wow. How many are we up to now?
We're at
We're
363.
at almost 364. Oh, way less. I'm going to try this again after this.
Actually.
I was way off with 1,000.
Actually.
Oh, we're still going. How many is that?
You're at 599.
Okay. All right. Whoa, man. Still going. Still going.
You see it? Still right there.
Yep. How many is that?
That's 891.
Oh, shit.
We're at 969 right
Oh,
here.
nice. Oh, we're still going.
We're still going.
We're still going.
So it did more than you thought in that power shot.
Damn. I thought that was a terrible throw.
Oh, we're getting closer.
Still going.
It's still going. That's
Okay, go to the page where it's not
1,055.
penetrated and count the page that it's penetrated on.
I'm trying. We're like,
Oh, there's no damage there.
yeah, there is right there. You just can't see
There
it
is
because
damage.
the
Yep,
words
it's
right
still
there.
going. It's still going.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Just gotta give me a minute. Getting less. 1,067.
I was pretty close.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Can you see through? Can you see through that?
No damage.
Okay.
No damage.
Well, it's really thin paper, so we're gonna.
It is thin.
There's a hole through
There's
that
a
one.
hole in that one.
I think it's slightly a little bit of a hole.
Where is it?
I feel like right here. Feel it. Other side.
It didn't. Well, yeah, it penetrated. It did. It penetrated.
That's what I thought. So it was like right there,
Okay.
What?
So
and then you got the mark, but that one penetrated too.
did it?
Yeah, feel it. Right down, right there.
Yeah, it penetrated.
I think this is it. This is the page I had to check.
It did. It didn't go through. It didn't go through.
1,000.
one.
To the penetration. So
Yeah.
1,000.
1,074.
Yep.
1,074. Okay.
All right. Let's back up here for now.
I
See?
took some educated guesses because I was seeing how far. I went about an inch deep. All right, now while she's trying, I gotta see. I know I can beat that. I know I can. I just gotta straighten up my throw because I twisted my wrist. But all right, let's try that again while Alicia's counting them, and then we'll do a trick shot after that. I know Loic wants in on this. Hell, Jason, if he wasn't pro knife maker, he'd be good on this too. Holy. Oh. Yeah, my arm hurts a little bit. That was a shit throw. We got a stick. That was all right. That was all right. I had to back off a little bit so I don't look like an idiot.
Mr. Don, I'm glad you're on tonight.
Oh, we got a stick, baby. There we go. Top right. That one's in there pretty good. Oh, that was a nice cut. That was a nice straight throw. Oh. Yeah, we got further on this one. Not by a whole lot. That one's 1,140. 1,140. All right, I'm going to save this. We're going to save this for another day because I want to throw some sharp stuff at it. The saber tooth and the baby tooth and the prototype that Jason sent me. That'll be fun. So we'll save that for another day. We'll do that outside so we don't damage some shit. So now let's do some trick shots just for some fun. Excuse me. Okay. Not bad, not bad for a boy my age. Yeah. The knife with the fullers all over it, that's just really cool. And Jason and I were the first people to do that and make it popular. And it's really cool to see other people utilize that as well. Of course, it's not needed. The fuller is not needed for your finger. It's just something extra that's nice. AceJet copied it almost immediately, and you know, they didn't give us credit, but whatever. You know, that would have been nice. But that's kind of why I don't really fuck with AceJet. But okay, trick shot time. I'm feeling the underhand one rotation. I haven't done one of those in a little while. Underhand one roto. I got a couple different thicknesses. We're going to use the 6.5 millimeter, which is about 1/4 inch. Let me grab a little American cerveza. I found out the other day Busch is the 6th largest selling beer in the United States. Didn't know that. All right. Underhand, one rotation. Let me get a little. There we go. Feels good. I put out a video the other day showing the difference between 3 rotations, 2 rotations, and 1 rotation, all from 7 meters. And people in the comments are still like, I saw it rotate more than that. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever, dude. I've only been doing this, forever. Okay, let me make sure I'm in the frame, framed up. Underhand, 1 rotation, about 5 meters. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of weight, just to make it a little easier to toss the can where I want it. You don't need to have weight in the can from this distance inside, but it helps immensely. If you're outside, you absolutely need it. Unless you live somewhere where there's absolutely no wind, or you have a good wind block or whatever. Okay, this one's not easy because of it's not the easiest one to aim, but
No shit.
we'll get her done.
Actually,
Sounds like Alicia's figuring it out.
there were the 2 closest were Jake No Footer
Jake Hadaway.
for he guessed 1134.
1134.
And Hunter King 27 guessed 1,000. Jake is closest. He was 60 points off.
Because we didn't say going over.
I never do
it's
because
closest.
yeah,
Closest.
Jake
is closest.
I always do closest
Okay.
because
Jake Hadaway. I'll talk. I doubt you're still watching, but I'll talk to you tomorrow about that at work. And yeah, awesome.
yeah. Hunter King, that was still really close.
So no footer, Jake. Congratulations. Thanks for participating, dude. And yeah, we do giveaways at least once a month. So once a month. It's usually the first Thursday of every month, and we'll probably start that again next month. So the first Thursday of next month, expect another giveaway. Now, the old couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was fun. That was kind of a good one. I like that.
That was a good one.
It's something different.
Yeah.
tweak my arm a little bit, throwing that hard. Ego starts to get in the way when you're throwing hard.
Do you have knives that you sell?
I do.
And No Footer is still watching, actually.
Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, I got knives for sale. All of my designs and many, many other designs. I think I have about 800 knives over there, over 100 different designs. delta2alpha.com. delta2alpha.com. Check it out. Ooh.
I'll put it in the.
I picked a little harder distance, but it'll be that much sweeter when I get this mofo. That was terrible. Much more difficult to aim this one. Not just because I'm doing it underhand, because I have to snap it so hard. Because if I don't snap it, oh, never mind. That was a perfect throw.
Your new knives are not up on the site yet, correct?
No, I'm not.
We're not sure what we're doing.
I'm sorry. I love this design. I am the most proud of this design out of all the ones that I've made. I just gotta say it. The last batch that I've got of these were not good. They're not up to par. So until then, we're not selling them. So I apologize.
Oh, nice.
Damn, son.
Damn.
I just got to be honest with you guys. I just can't sell you guys something that I'm not stoked on. And I'm not stoked on them, dude.
Yeah, he's not going to put his name on it if it's not.
No.
I know you want them, Lex. I know.
I know, dude. I want you to have them. I am so stoked on this design. So, I mean, look at this. Look how good they throw. That was a very difficult throw. And they're super intuitive. Super, like, they're excellent, dude. Excellent. I did not expect these to throw so good rotationally. And check this out. Here, I'll just demonstrate for you. This is a 10.5-inch knife. And tap your screen, please. That was sick.
Jake said hurts being that good.
It does hurt being that good. Fucking. It does. It hurts. But, okay. I just want to demonstrate this. This is a 10.5-inch knife, right? So generally, length of a knife and shape, and mostly length and balance point. That dictates how quickly they spin. And so generally, I throw a 13 3/4 or 14-inch knife, 7 meters, 3 rotations. So if I throw a shorter knife, it spins too quick, and I need to be in front of the distance. And of course, that only matters if you're throwing for competition. If you're just throwing it for fun in your backyard, who cares? Stick the knife and have fun. But I compete, so I can't have a knife spinning too quick at that distance, right? So this knife should not throw this well from this distance. I should have to be in front of this line. But with my normal handshake grip, I'm not choking up. I'm not using my thumb to slow down rotation. I'm not using my finger to slow down rotation. So, oh, that target is this much closer too. So this makes no sense to me. That it is throwing absolutely perfectly.
It's beautiful throw.
Perfect. Yeah, it's like they're so smooth. Like I am contemplating competing with this design and how at the World Championship in Las Vegas this year. And how cool would it be to go to the World Championship and compete with one knife? Because generally people have knives for no spin, half spin, and rotational stuff. You know, people switch them out. So and also I could actually use this for fast draw too. I probably won't use it for fast draw, but those are really, really good sticks.
Polywog asked real quick, any tips on visually counting rotation?
So visually counting, that takes
Ronnie, he's not.
That just takes practice. And people can argue with me all day because they think it looks different. And I understand that. It may look different to you, but I just know. And I will demonstrate that right now. So I don't have to count the rotations because I know 10 feet is one rotation, 10 feet or 3 meters. They're about the same. It's not exact. And then 5 meters or 16 feet is 2 rotations. And then 7 meters or 23 feet is 3 rotations. Counting it is very difficult to do, but I just know because I'm always holding the handle. Handle throw, 10 feet. Handle throw, 5 meters, 16 feet. A little too close. So, and also be aware that where I'm standing, I need to be within an inch or two or it will not work because this is rotational throwing and it's all mathematic. Instinctive throwing, these pieces of tape does not matter. I can throw no spin from wherever I want. Does not matter. So again, let me demonstrate. 1 spin, 2 spin, and 3 spin. And then I will go and prove that by throwing by the blade in between those distances, 4 meters and 6 meters. So again, 3 meters or 10 feet, 1 rotation. 16 feet or 5 meters, 2 rotations. 23 feet or 7 meters, 3 rotations. Oh. Oh. See, now that even blows my mind because those were underspun. So I should have to back up, which then being shorter knives, I should have to be closer.
The handle AUMZ7?
That's a meese.
That's what I wondered. Okay, he
A
said,
meese.
that's what I thought, because he said, looking forward to trying these knives out when he.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And hopefully I have a better set when you come to. I'm actually having one of the best knife makers in the world make me my own personal set. And I should be getting those soon. And I'm really looking forward to getting those.
So I will say this also makes it sweet, too, that I realized it was a Mies, but he's the one that asked about your new knives on sale.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And then right after that, you hit your trick. So he said he had
Oh.
perfect.
That was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he was the good
Yeah,
luck.
man. It really sucks for me having to admit that the knives are not up to par.
You
But
got a comment that's respect.
it is what it is,
That's
man.
respect that you won't put a bad product out.
Okay. 7 meters, or sorry, excuse me, 7 feet, 2 meters, half spin, 1/2 rotation by the blade. 4 meters, or about 13 feet, 1.5 rotations by the blade. Here we go. Oh my God, too close. That target sticks out further. I'm having to adjust myself. 6 meters or 23 feet, 20 feet, 6 meters, 20 feet, 2.5 rotations by the blade. There we go. All of my pieces of tape are for these targets, not this one. So I'm having to adjust 5 inches. And that's the big downside with rotational throwing. And a lot of people dislike rotational throwing because of that factor. But it's all knife throwing to me, and rotational throwing will always be more accurate. And I'll fight you. I only have to fight you. I'll just prove it. It's just it is what it is. It's just easier to. It's just a single. It's easy. Oh, that was outside. That was just because I crossed my. Oh, now okay here.
You got a burr on it?
Oh, worse than a burr.
Oh. You just slice your finger?
That is why I'm not selling them. This is absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, they fucking suck. But, you know, I'm sure Ace wouldn't be happy with me showing stuff off, but, you know, do better.
Probably won't.
They fucking suck. Okay. Alicia, you are relieved.
I'm relieved.
Alicia's relieved. Now I'm just gonna fucking keep throwing because I feel like throwing, and I enjoy having you guys hang out and watch. Now I won't be able to respond to your comments as quickly, but I do have my other phone because I'm a baller, and I have 2 iPhones. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, babe.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. But I can watch from my other account. Oh, says here I'm live. We should watch it. Oh, giveaway time, it says. Okay. Ooh, we got 52 people watching. All right. Yeah, I know. We get used to those 100,000 numbers, and
Well, you haven't been on Thursday nights itself for a minute either.
no. The last few times I did it like 11 o'clock at night. Not exactly peak time for viewership.
And it didn't show me that you were live on my notifications.
Really? I've heard other people talk about that being a problem. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've heard a lot of other people talk about that. Yeah, love you. Okay, so super stoked on my new Dashie design. We call it the Mark II, the one I was just showing you guys, the one I threw with that whole video. But these are still my go-to, the mini Dashies. Well, the 1/4-inch version, it's just this one thinner. And these I pick up every day, every time I come out here. I just prefer a knife that most of it goes inside of my hand, so it's easier to manipulate, in my opinion, and I can get them to go straighter, and they're just more satisfying. There's just something about it that's just so good. They're light, they're fast, they're concealable, and I'm really hoping that for the World Championship that Rick doesn't have a stupid rule about knife length, especially because we're professionals and we're going to the World Championship. I should be able to throw a toothpick if I want, right? That's my opinion, and I'm half worried about even asking Rick because I don't want him to tell me no. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Thank you, Christians, for teaching me that. And these being smaller, they're easier to manipulate for quicker half spins, overhand, underhand, sidearm, the whole lot. Damn. Dude, they're so good. So good. God. The whole evolution of where I started to where I am is just wild. I learned no spin with 14-inch full-size knives. It's just wild going down to a knife that's 8.5 inches long. And it's not just me either. I've seen a lot of other seasoned throwers kind of go through the similar evolution. That kind of reminds me, I just dropped those knives, whatever. Just trying different things, different angles, whatever. And I saw someone post the other day that they did like a whole 4-hour live stream and they didn't drop a knife. While that is extremely impressive, But that also tells me, like, what are you doing? You're not really pushing yourself or trying new things. No, I've had sessions of no drops in the past, but that's when I was like training for competition where you're just doing strictly the same thing over and over. But I like to fuck around and try new things. Like that one time Marie experimented in college. All right, let's do some sidearm anti-spin. Woo! Love that. Solid thunk, dude. Solid. Even for these little fuckers. I make a solid stick. All right, let's try to shorten up the movement a little bit. Let's see here. Let's think about it. There we go. That's a little better. Using that muscle tension. All right, let me try to use less muscle tension and still keep it short. Okay. So keep your elbow tight, keep it close to your body. Maybe I need to turn my whole body more. Interesting. Can't get a whole lot of ass on them, but if I slow down a little bit and clean it up, you can get some really nice sticks if they're going straight. You get a lot of wasted energy if you screw up your throw and it's starting to twist. You get all of that energy when they stick straight. So a medium speed throw can seem hard if it's going straight. Oh. Yeah, that didn't feel good. Okay, so keep the elbow tight. Throw like this. Ooh. Jesus, fuck. That actually seems pretty legit. That throw wasn't good, but it's just super enjoyable now to get to the point where I can throw all these different angles and grips and styles and stick them. It's fun. Because there's nothing worse than picking your knives up off the ground all the time. It's terrible. One of the major motivations I had to get better. Let's just change it up so you guys can maybe see the flight path a little better there. Oh, that's a nice straight one. Yeah. Oh, a little crooked. You can start to play with the angle of your wrist upon release. Now that comes into play along with your forearm. That and this you can use to adjust how your knife is pitching or yawing. For instance, if I use this grip and I throw over here, it wants to twist. So I need to, if I'm gonna throw it like this, I need to twist my finger, just depending on where your finger is. Like if I'm throwing straight forward, you want it like that. If I'm throwing this way, you want it pitched a little bit to get the proper push slide method. So over the top, to the side, all the way to the side. Now, do something a little different. Let's throw outside sidearm without using my finger or my thumb. So I'm using the inside of the palm of my hand. This is becoming one of my favorite things to do. It is quite taxing if you're throwing hard on your shoulder here, but if you're just laying them in there, it's pretty nice. Now I'm canceling rotation using my whole arm rather than pushing forward with my hand, I guess. Hard to explain, I guess. I don't know. Haven't figured that one out yet, how to explain that. I am limited to about 6 meters with this throw. Here's a close one. So up close, you know, I can do it like this, but the further I go, I really got to use my whole arm to be able to cancel that distance. Oh, come on, dude. There it is. So it's very similar, you know, up close. The further you go back, it's just the more exaggerated your throw gets. The same, basically the same exact thing when you're doing underhand half spin, but I think that one demonstrates it even better. Because up close, I can't extend my arm. I got to choke, you know, shorten everything. And then the further I go back, the more relaxed and exaggerated